Welcome to Stroke, the Art of Mental Stimulation podcast. I am happy to have you guys here with me today. Of course, you have D-Love on the mic with you today, and you already know how we do it, man. We keep it really raw, honest, transparent. I don't hold back. What you hear is what you get. You know, transparency at its finest. This is the real human experience. I touch on subjects that we go through in everyday life, and I hit them from a healing and spiritual perspective. You know, I'm trying to let you guys know that you aren't alone, that everybody's dealing with these same things. And I like to get right inside of that experience, like right inside of it, what it really feels like as we are going through it. You know, we may talk about some topics of, you know, things that get us to the highest versions of ourselves, the best versions of ourselves. You know, we may talk about anything on this podcast. You already know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. You know, analytics and everything help me out with that. But of course, you already know what's about to happen to you. If you don't know, you heard about it. All right? It's time to get stroked up. Today is a very, very important episode. I want you to tune in. I want you to pay attention, because even if this does not apply to you today, maybe one day in the future it will. And you can kind of know how to go about this. You may know people who've been in these situations. You may know leaders that the title of this episode applies to. So let's tune in and let's see, can we get it out there? We can help someone, and let's, bring it back to reality. We're going to bring it back to reality, okay? First and foremost, you know how they always say, people don't leave jobs, they leave poor leadership. People don't leave jobs, they leave poor leadership. And I absolutely agree with that. I think that is a fact. For the most part, it's a fact. You know, sometimes you have better opportunities or whatever that have you leave, but a poor, toxic environment can definitely be a reason that someone leaves a job. And I can speak on this. I have years of expertise in corporate training and team building. I am a relationship builder. That's what I do. I'm a clarity coach. So I get in, I understand what's going on, and I help to find balance in situations and people's and in people and in their lives. You know, so I'm definitely qualified to be on here talking about this subject. All right. Number one, I want to say, all right, listen to this part. All right. Listen, whatever you were doing prior to receiving that promotion is the reason why they gave you the promotion. Say it one more time. Whatever you were doing prior to receiving that promotion is the reason why they gave you the promotion. Number one, they thought you were capable. They thought you were qualified. Whatever you were doing, they say, hey, I think this person can handle this. And they say, I'm choosing them and I'm putting them there. You know, sometimes there's other reasons why, they put you in positions of leadership. I'm not going to get into that. You guys may know where I was going with that. But for the most part, you were capable. So I don't know what happens when some people get these promotions. I don't know if the ego steps in, just takes over, alter ego steps out, whatever. And this doesn't apply to everyone, okay? We're talking to these particular set of people that this episode is covered. Ego steps in, and it's just like, who is this person? Now, I'm not saying you didn't get newfound responsibility and now you have to step up and you have to do these things that's required of you. Of course, you have to do your job. That's what it is. But I'm talking about the people who the word humble just goes out of the window. They talk at people instead of to them. Just crazy. A total 360, like a completely different person. So, I come up with my conclusions of what I think it is. Number one, I think is maybe fear of not being good enough and not being able to, live up to those expectations that's put on them now. So they have that fear. They don't want to lose it. They don't want to go back to, where they were. So they're thinking, hey, I got to do something different. So number two, I'm thinking maybe in their mind, this is what leader means, the power in this word. I'm thinking maybe they've seen another leader who behaves like this, or maybe they watched a movie or something, and they're trying to find a way to put that line between the people that they used to work with as coworkers, even though everyone's coworkers. You get what I'm saying, okay? And that's now their subordinates. So they're trying to put that fine line between them and establish, like, I'm boss now or whatever. And, they take the wrong approach. They try to operate with fear and try to operate with all this other stuff. When most of us know who used to be in that position, we know that just a week ago, half of these things you're trying to enforce, you were not doing them. You were skating the line. We know all the behind the scenes stuff. We know you. Okay. That's the thing that really, gets people all fired up. We know you. we know who you are, and then you step into this role, and you're talking down to me, and you're doing all these things, da-da-da-da. So I'm getting on here, and I've coached a lot of people who've been in this situation. I've coached people who have been in a leadership position, and they're coming, seeking help and trying to find balance with a newfound position. And I have people who've been in the position of this subordinate, and they have this leader that's causing these problems in their life, and they're trying to find balance with this newfound leader. So, I'm going to get some tips. I'm going to help out, and I'm going to speak on this, okay? For those of you who have been promoted or, been put in a higher position, the number one thing you should be doing is, number one, setting expectations with your team or your coworkers or the people that you were just, on the same level with. And I'm speaking in terms where everybody can understand. I'm leaving all the corporate jargon outside of the door, all right? So, I'm right here in your face, bam, I'm going to be direct, whatever. First thing you should do, okay, this is me. You got your team. You need everybody on one accord. You want a cohesive unit, and you want them to know you respect them. You want them to know what you expect of them. All right. So number one thing I would do is call a meeting up. Number one, I would let them know, hey, I know you guys know I've been promoted to such and such. Now I'm in this position, and now my responsibilities are this, and this. And I know how it can come off as awkward, seeing that last week that, we were in the same position, but now I have new expectations. I have these rules that I have to enforce in order to, keep my job and make sure things are going smoothly. And I'll speak directly to them. I wouldn't use any big corporate words or whatever. So there's going to be certain times and certain things that I have to, do things that you may not agree with, and you may look at me and like, who do I think I am? Because, I was just doing these things myself. But, newfound responsibility, I have to make sure I keep the job. But I just want you guys to know, this is a good thing. This is a good thing because I know what it feels like, and I've been in that position. So I am the liaison between you guys and upper management. I know some of the things we struggle with. I know some of the issues and all that. I want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm here for you. We can do this together. Who knows, maybe some of you can learn from me as well and learn from other people, and we can move you up too. It's all about, if you want to be here, getting to that next level. All right, let's help everyone get to this next level. There's no competition, none of that. We're a team, and let's do this together. And I really appreciate the work you guys are doing. I really appreciate, the things that you guys are going to do moving forward. And, come on, man, let's do it. Let's do it. All for one and one for all. That's the kind of attitude you got to have. You got to kind of go ahead and nip that in the bud in your particular way, however you want to say it. Nip that in the bud, but be direct. Don't beat around the bush, because you've been a part of a lot of those conversations where they were already speaking about upper management and how they were acting and how things were. And now, all of a sudden, you got your position, you turn into one of those. You turn into one of those as far as how you're treating them and the things that you're doing, because you think that's what it takes in order to keep that position, because that's what you've seen, that's what you've witnessed. All right? You can just be you. Just be you. With boundaries and establish the rules. Keep it cut and dry. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? It's okay to feel good about yourself. It's okay, let you put some air in your chest or whatever, because you did accomplish something. It's great. It's great, but don't forget where you came from. You will get further having a team behind you that supports you and that will do anything for you than anything. Trust me, when I was in the position where I had a big team of people around me, I had hundreds of people. I probably went through thousands of people in the corporation that I was in. And they always knew I was cut and dry when it came to the rules. I never broke the rules in front of them. I never asked them to do something that I wouldn't do. I never put a rule before them that I didn't follow myself. Even if previously I did not follow it, now I got to be on my P's and Q's if that's what I'm going to be presenting to them. And that's what you have to be. You have to be that example. You have to be on it now. All right? You're on stage. You have to be on it. Be what you expect from them. That's it. Be what you expect from them and show a lot of respect. Always let them know, they're appreciated. And if you have to reprimand them, always let them know why. Always let them know why. And guess what that will create? Every time you speak to them and you have to say something to them, they'll be more let down than anything that they didn't meet your standards. It becomes like a parent relationship, because they know that you care. It becomes that type of relationship. They know you care. They know you want them to succeed. Make sure you always reiterate that you want them to succeed as well. And you're not looking at them as competition to come and take your position, because if you're sound and comfortable within yourself, you're good. You don't have to worry about any of that. You should be worried about moving to the next level. Hey, let me get someone that's going to take my place because I'm working hard, and we're going to move forward together. All right? Always let them know. All right? Always let them know. The cut and fluff method is a really good one too. If you have to, tell them about a rule they broke, or coach a person or something like that, coach someone at work, tell them the bad stuff first. Hit them. Bam. Hit them. And after that, tell them all the good things. Tell them all the good things. Hey, you've been showing up late all the time. I understand. You said you had to pick up your kid. You don't have anyone to do that. I get it. But you can't do that. You absolutely can't, because they're paying attention to it. If I let you do it, I have to let everyone do it. Come on now. I can see you as being a leader. I can see you in a leadership position. So, they're paying attention to all the little things. So, get on it. I know you may need a moment to figure the things out, but, let's get it figured out really quickly, because I do not want them to associate you with being the late person. And, they'll look at you like that if you become a manager, if you become a supervisor, if you become that leader. All right. So let's get it together. We're here to get it. We're here to succeed. Success is at our fingertips, right? All right, man, go enjoy the rest of your day. Let's do it. Let's be productive. Bam. That's how those conversations have to go. It has to be a real team environment. Real team environment. All right? So don't switch up your entire character. Just put the new rules and new responsibility in place, but be that person that got you that position. Okay? We can't let things go to our head, because if you're letting it go to your head like that, you think that's the pinnacle. I mean, is that where you're stopping at? You have a little further to go. So, that shouldn't be it. I'm going to give you guys an example. Don't laugh, whatever. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be honest, whatever. Prior to recording this episode, I was singing old school R&B songs. I do that sometimes to get my, vocal cords, a little exercise or whatever. That's what I like to do. And sometimes I think I can sing. But yeah, I was singing. If you know me, you know I love the old R&B. Anyway, I had like Cisco, Drew Hill on. I'm singing, right? I'm singing. I'm sounding good. I'm hitting the notes. I'm feeling great. Everything's good, man. I'm hitting it. Okay, so all of a sudden, I'm feeling myself. I'm like, oh, my God, I got this. They should have had me in the group. So because I have all this equipment, I went and grabbed a microphone. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this with the microphone now. All right, let's make this real. Okay, this is real. I am a part of Drew Hill. Got the microphone, replayed this same song. I'm singing, and I realized I'm off key. I'm realizing I'm forgetting the words. It's just everything's messed up. I'm very pitchy. Everything's messed up. Voice going out, everything. And I'm like, what is going on? And, I was just doing great. I was just doing good. What happened? What changed? And I realized the thing that changed was that microphone. The thing that changed was that microphone. In my mind, once that microphone was in my hand, I was a professional singer. This was real. I put expectations on myself to just be perfect when I was singing this song. I put expectations on myself to, hit the notes just like Cisco, be right there with him. Like, Cisco who? It's all about me. I became that person because, the microphone gave me that title. Gave me that title and that sense of entitlement that I felt like, hey, I'm worthy. Take heed, Cisco, sit down, and this is my part. And I messed up the entire song. Before, I was just being myself. I was in the moment. I was singing. I was feeling good and having fun. But with that microphone, I felt the need to be perfect. Like I had to hit every note, as if I was a professional. And I think that happens when we get these titles, these newfound titles. Now, all of a sudden, this pressure comes on. Oh, my God, if I don't do this, they're going to think they picked the wrong one. I wasn't supposed to be here. Let me try to be perfect. Let me try to be just like them. Let me try to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And right. When you were just performing beautifully, everything was good. You were on point. You were at ease. You were just being yourself. Threw that title on you. And, hey, let me get serious. Let me step into this role. When you were already serious. When you were already just doing what you do. Same thing applies. Do what you do, even with that microphone in your hand. And guess what? I ended up putting that microphone down, and all of a sudden, I was right back on key. That is crazy. I don't know what happened. I put it down. I noticed. I'm like, this microphone. I put it down, and I had fun again. I was feeling it. I was dancing a little bit with it. But with that microphone, I was thinking too much. Let me see. Let me catch this beat. I was thinking too much. So don't overthink it. Just be you. Set boundaries. Supersede these expectations because that's who you are anyway. You're a performer. You're going to do what you have to do. You're going to do an amazing job. That's why you are here. All right? But don't forget your team. Don't forget them. All right? If anybody out there knows managers like this, knows leaders like this, or deep down inside, this may be you. This may be you. It kind of resonated a little bit. This may be you. All right? This. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be real. Okay? I actually do that. I actually go to different corporate businesses and I actually teach team building. I do coaching with leaders and one-on-one. If you want to come in, you want to sit down and we like, hey, what should I do? That's what I'm here for. That clarity coach, help you break it down. I listen to your unique situation and give you tips and pointers on what to do in real life, in real time, as a real person, not as that role you're playing. My motto is leave hats at the door. When you come into my office, we leave all hats outside of the door, which means the hats we wear in life. I want you to come in there as you, the person. Take all that off. Just you. Just be naked. I'm talking about spiritually naked. Just be naked. Just come in. I'm talking to you directly. All right. Let's get this nipped in the bud so you can grow. Others can grow. Others can respect you. You can give respect to receive respect. And that's all it is. It's very simple. We complicate it, make it hard. If you know any managers, supervisors, leaders, upper management like this, like I said, casually suggest, hey, you should check out this episode. You should check out this episode and tell me what you think. All right? Because it's very simple. All right? Let's all go out here and hit these goals. Let's all be great. Let's all pull one another up. Let's help each other, man, get to that next level. We don't have to have no ego when it comes to workplaces and stuff like that. God already told us we the head, not the tail. God already knew you would be these things. All right? So don't let these people just make you get ahead of yourself or whatever. It's okay to be happy and all this type of stuff. But, yeah, don't do that. Keep ego outside of the door. Especially when you come to my office, you have no choice anyway. I'm a seer. I see everything. That's my gift of discernment, intuition. I'm an empath. So you can have this wall up and have this version of yourself up in front that you like to present to people, but I always see the truth, And that's why people come to me. I'm very direct. It's like you're having a conversation with a friend over a cocktail or a beer or whatever who just happens to, know what's really going on, to help you out. I know how to ask the right questions to get you to where you need to go. All right, so we're going to take these tips. I'm not going to dive in too deep, but I just wanted to touch that subject. I have a lot of people that's been coming to me lately that's been dealing with this or whatever. So, yeah, this is easy. It's not hard at all. It is very easy. Take off all of that armor. Just be you, the best version of you, like you've always done, because you are worthy. All right, and, of course, what just happened to you. You just got stroked up. Bye.